Welcome to Nerd Week Podcast. I forgot everything. It's been so long. Let's see. Be prepared for banters, ranters, spoilers, and ragers.
And at least one shutting out.
No, there will be nerdgasms,
Nerdgasms,
nor shunning and something or others.
Nerdgasms, nerd tears.
Nerd tears and at least
sure.
one shunning on one victim.
Which in this case will probably be me.
It's always you.
I
It's
know.
always you.
Well, sometimes
we always shun you.
Well, sometimes
Okay?
it's the other guys when they fail, and it's not me. Sometimes, rarely. Sometimes, I don't know. Anyways.
Speaking of victims, I'm your host, Maya.
Carrot Top.
Dragon.
So I just barely got into a new place, and so this is where we're going to be having our podcast from now on, and it will slowly progress to be this epic
Failure.
Oh, shut up. Wow.
Maybe.
So we've got a cat right here named Fat Ass? No,
asshole.
Yeah, asshole.
Mommy's favorite asshole.
Yeah, pretty much. This cat is an asshole. Seriously, I don't.
Fat ass.
30-pound ball of fluff.
If not 40 or 50.
If I don't keep my door locked, literally it will jump up, open the door, and then come into my room and sleep on my head. All of a sudden, I'm just sitting there.
Fat cat.
Which is why he's the fat ass.
Yeah, exactly.
And the asshole. And everything else.
So yeah, I
Give
love
me your
that.
keys.
Okay, there's the keys. Okay, there you go. Go ahead.
Well, see, we're gonna see if we can get him into the camera so you can enjoy him as much as anyone else.
Cats in the internet. Who doesn't love cats in the internet?
Our subscribers will shoot way up.
It's a kitty.
We got a pizza coming along, so if we hear a knock on the door, that's gonna be awesome.
You don't need just cut that out of your own little whatever.
Exactly. So, what have you guys been up to this week beyond? Gosh, it's been a month, right?
It's in roughly.
I think so. I think it's been
So we had
4 weeks.
Yeah,
3
we
weeks.
had Grant's wedding.
Right.
Yeah, the Thing's wedding and Rogue's wedding. Then we had what else? New Year's.
Got New Year's.
New Year's. Then we had
School
starting.
started.
School. What classes are you taking right now?
I'm trying to register still. I know that's
What?
a bad thing.
Oh dear.
Oh my.
Yeah, I had problem. I ran into problems, and so I'm trying to register still.
I kind of given up. I got 11 credits and I wanted 15. So I was pretty mad because I was like, ooh, I get to take a script writing class. And I'm just like, yay, script writing. The wait list, only 2 people, but there's only 15 people. And guess what? Nobody drops the class.
Nope.
Nobody. And you're just
Which
like,
class? Which teacher?
I don't know. It's just a script writing class. Theater.
Um.
You're the theater major around here.
Yes, I know. Depends on the teacher because if I remember correctly, if it's Lisa's class, if it's Lisa Hallhagen, no one's dropping her class.
Really?
No one's dropping that class.
I'm gonna have to take it next semester.
I'm
then.
trying to hook this on the freaking claw so I can pull him over here. It just doesn't want to work.
It's
Oh.
30 pounds.
It's
Seriously.
30 pounds.
It's 30 pounds of feline. He's not gonna move if he doesn't want to.
Yeah, seriously. Once he clatches on, it's just like.
Come on.
You,
Hands on.
you fat cat.
Just leave it.
Nope. As per usual, cats are suddenly disinterested in everything we're doing.
We can sit there and give it all the attention in the world, and then once it's just like, I'm done. Fuck you guys.
This is true.
It is
It's
true.
entertaining for us to just annoy them and annoy them and annoy them, but to them they're just like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah, that's why cats don't. That's why people don't own cats. Cats own humans.
Cats own
Yeah.
humans. Humans own dogs.
Mm-hmm,
And-
pretty much.
Dogs terrify cats. So there's a circle there.
Well, this cat's not terrified of the dog.
Yeah, I saw that.
No,
It's-
it's more dogs are terrified of cats, and cats just don't give a crap.
It depends on the day.
Depends on the day,
it depends on the
cat.
animals as well.
Mm-hmm.
The dog being either afraid of the cat or vice versa. We're just gonna be spending most of this podcast playing with this cat. I know we are.
You guys are just loving the cat.
It's new. It's new to us.
It's been scratching these couches though. I've been mad.
Oh yeah.
Which is okay. We're trying to fix it. We're trying to get it so that it doesn't scratch the couches.
Yeah, well that's why you got the scratching post over there.
Hey, get out of my shoes.
I need to get catnip on it.
Yeah.
Just like do pure catnip all over it, and it'll just scratch it and just be like.
Speaking of catnip, I recently we watched the Catwoman movie where Halle Berry plays the Catwoman.
Yeah, terrible
You
show.
didn't like that? You don't like that?
Oh no.
I like
Black
it.
Leather with Halle Berry was awesome, but at the same time, you're just
the
like.
script was horrendous.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
The only good part was Halle Berry.
The product value of the show itself, like the graphics, the costumes, everything, was okay. It was good.
I didn't like how catty they made Catwoman though. They should have made her more gymnast instead of Catwoman.
Well, there's a difference between like catty and like sassy.
Well, that's what I mean though.
Okay,
Like-
best Catwoman still has to be from the 1990s Batmans.
Yep.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, absolutely.
Still one of the best. That's my shoe.
But anyways,
Right.
what I like the show. I'm not gonna say. I mean, granted, there are parts where could have been done better, but I still like the
Hey,
show.
just remember one thing: when she's doing all those stunts, that's not her doing the stunts.
Yeah, I know.
It's a
Exactly.
guy.
It's a dude
It's a dude.
with a brawl and a very, very tight cup.
Dude, don't ruin it for me.
I just ruined it for you
But what
and the rest of the internet. Take that.
Anyways, what I was talking about regarding catnip was one of my favorite scenes is she's at the woman's house that has all the cats, and she's like, "Oh my God, you're a crazy cat lady." Then as she's starting to go out the door, the woman takes a ball of catnip, throws it at her, and she catches it, and she starts rubbing it all over her face like a cat. And then she takes it away, and she's just like reacting differently throughout the day, just like sniffing and. I thought it was funny. Halle Berry, that scene, did a great did a great character choice for that.
It was just bad direction, bad script. It's kind of like Green Lantern, you know, bad direction, bad script. You can't blame Ryan Reynolds for not at least trying.
No. I think Ryan Reynolds was the right choice for Green Lantern for a new Green Lantern. The script and the directing and the storyline was what killed it.
Well, the thing is...
I kind of with the Green Hornet, too.
Yep.
Green Hornet is a great character, and I think they got the right cast, but the directing and the script just...
That's the other thing that you have to recall. The script is the script, and then there's also the improvisation that the actors do.
Yeah.
So you can't blame everything just on script, because without knowing what was in the script originally and what the actors improv, we can't say that way.
And all of the the original script and the revisions to the script.
Exactly.
And
I mean, there's so many different things, but I can blame the director for being an idiot. Because it boils down to the director.
In the end, it really does boil down to how the director is moving the actor and the camera about, and what the writers wrote in the script to begin with.
Let's take Samuel L. Jackson as an example, okay? Mm-hmm. Whenever he has Quentin Tarantino around, he's acting like phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Like he's one of the better ones that you just sit there and just like, yes, excellent. Then he did Snakes on a Plane.
Cheap horror film.
Mm-hmm. Never watched it. Never cared to watch it.
That has nothing to do with the fact that you hate snakes, though.
No, it has nothing to do with the fact that I despise snakes.
Wait, is that serious or is that sarcasm?
No.
Oh, really?
It was just a terrible movie, all because the director
the plot had no appeal to me.
It's just Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, the title literally told you exactly what was going to happen, and when it was going to happen.
If they would have done something like, different title, Snakes on a Plane was just totally wrong. Just
It
something.
gave it away.
It gave it such a parody feel.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Sharknado. But
It's
you have to admit,
popular.
it's so bad that it's good.
No.
There's bad, and then there is so
Horrendous.
far bad that it's good.
I don't know about that. Speaking of so far bad that it might be good,
Gallivant?
Aladdin.
Which
What?
one?
What?
They're making a new Aladdin.
What? Live action?
I'm thinking live action.
Okay, wait. Are we doing Disney's sugar-coated bullshit Aladdin? Or are we doing the original,
Where the genie pretty much
Arab-
just says fuck
Arab
you
Nights.
at the end.
Basically. Or the original, like,
It seems-
Arabian Nights
It
tale.
seems, from what the post I read, it was a... I mean, there are stars in it, but the set is paper mache shitfest, and it's more of a political movie, it seems, than anything else, because
Kind of like
the Sultan is corrupt, the princess is it seems like a conceited socialite. Aladdin is probably a modern day family person or whatever. At least that's what I can remember off the top of my head. And then there was a little video that had a sneak peek at it, like the like a trailer.
a lot
It
of
was so bad. I mean, like
That,
the
you
scene.
call it Aladdin, that's not going to be Aladdin.
Mhm.
It's
Well, too many directors have that idea of, you know what, I'm going to put my political view inside of this.
Mm.
And it's just like, leave political views out of it. I don't care if you're left or right. It doesn't matter.
if you're gonna make a political movie, then make up a new one.
Yeah.
Don't revamp another one to make it
Don't use
political.
a previous story to do a political.
Yeah, exactly. Like Avatar, I appreciated Avatar for its beauty and lush and everything. It was just
It was
so
a very
gorgeous.
vibrant world.
But it was so political. I get it.
Is extremely political.
It's
I get
extremely-
it. I'm going to drive a Prius from now on. God damn it.
It's,
Well, and it's also it very much is Pocahontas and John Smith again.
Yeah, exactly.
It's exactly what it was with a modern world and the whole we're killing our planet, guys. Come on.
well,
Yeah.
obviously.
The damn trees are dying. It's just like, wow. Okay,
Well, I'm not
gonna give my political view, but it's just like, I get it. Fine. I'm going to drive a Prius for God's sake.
It's like, yes, we understand. We need to make some better choices as humans and
Such.
such, but people have to realize that there is a more important thing that we need to worry about first, which is humans being able to live and being able to do that stuff.
Exactly.
The bottom line is we live in poverty, and once we fix us not being in poverty, then we won't have that problem.
Amen. Here's the deal. This is me, and this is totally not political because I know it's not political. All right. If we want to fix the world, let's advance science. Period.
Mhm.
Not necessarily.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. If we advance science purely as science, we could destroy the world faster.
Yes.
If we advance science in the sense where we cooperate with the world, then absolutely.
Exactly. Because, let's face it, okay? I believe totally that our goal in this world is not to sit there and just stay on this freaking planet.
Mhm.
I say we cultivate other planets. I say we sit there and
I say we cultivate the moon.
It's possible.
We outgrow this planet and just go off into the stars someplace, and we're able to space travel between stars. That to me is the ultimate goal, because then we're not just stuck on this planet. We've got multiple planets to go to.
It's more of a Star Trek mode.
Yep.
Getting into a Star Trek mode where we can that's literally the goal, is to travel about and see if there is life on other planets and
Mhm.
what else is out there and be able to travel about and do all that.
And even trying terraforming planets, you know?
Mhm.
It is possible.
Yeah.
The only problem is that it's fucking improbable. You have to sit there and you have to grab a comet. Like, in order for us to actually cultivate Mars, all right? The first thing we need to do is have it habitable. How are we going to have it habitable? A little bit more water, all right?
More water and an atmosphere. That is what you have to do. Is
So we
That's
have
what
to
they
take
have
a
to do.
comet and literally have it collide into it.
Yep.
That's pretty much the best way. And everybody's just sitting there, why would we do that? Because we want to live on Mars.
'Cause
Duh.
well, yeah. Well, and that's
Comets
the thing.
collide into planets all the
The
time.
time.
That's what happened to Earth.
That's exactly what Earth is. It's basically a clusterfuck of an asteroid.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we live on.
I mean, our planet is so rare with how much actual water we have on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, every planet has a majority of element, and ours happen to be H2O, I suppose. But it still is amazing to think that I mean, if you take up all the water from planet Earth,
Neptune is actually like 99.9% water,
And it's just ice.
and it's ice water.
not Neptune. Isn't it one of Jupiter's moons? That's ice. Like
No.
an ice.
No,
It's
it is.
Neptune
It
and
is
your
the planet Neptune. The biggest planet in our galaxy is a giant ball of ice.
the biggest
Jupiter is the
actual
biggest planet.
Jupiter is
No.
the biggest gas planet.
Jupiter.
The brown dwarf.
Neptune. Sorry, I'm thinking wrong planet. Neptune.
Yeah.
Poseidon.
Poseidon.
The big blue ball.
The big blue
That
giant
one.
ball. That one.
Didn't you say? Yeah, I don't know.
I meant.
The gas
I'm thinking.
planet. I don't know exactly what would take place if we actually went there. If we had enough protection to be able to
Last more than a couple hours, then yeah.
Get through the first
then
few
a couple of
layers of the
seconds,
atmosphere.
Yeah.
then we would probably might hit something of solid ground, or maybe we might not. Who
No,
knows?
there is solid
There is
ground.
solid.
There is solid ground. They've been able to get probes into it,
But
But-
not that far.
but not actually before they like blow. They
Implode.
basically disintegrate.
Yeah.
Not blow up. Disintegrate. They have gotten below the gas lines to solid ground.
Really? So
Mhm.
there is solid mass.
Oh yeah, there's solid mass beneath it. Also with thermal imaging, they're able to go through the gas and see the solid layers.
Huh.
Just like we're able to do on Earth and see the layers of the Earth to the core. We're able to, and same thing with Mars. There are pockets of water on Mars. They're just frozen. The thing with Mars is we just have to create an atmosphere.
It's got to
Too
be
warm.
closer to the sun, and
Mhm.
pretty much that's what the impact of the comet is all
It
about.
would it
It would go-
slide it in.
Slide in, and if we needed to, and this is what they're thinking of, because right now we're just like, oh yeah, we're only going to live probably a couple hundred years, and that's it, we'll die. But for the future generations, they want to be able to grab a huge meteor and just have a great,
Slingshot it.
just kind of go past the Earth, All of a sudden, it would go a little bit this way, and it would eventually, instead of spinning in towards the sun, it would start spinning out towards the sun,
Which would help.
which would help us live longer and be able to keep us from burning alive. Because once we get past a certain point, where literally the planet's going to start gassing up, the
Atmosphere will literally disintegrate and all life will freeze and die.
no, it will burn and die.
Burn, freeze, die.
Either or.
See, kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
It's the atmosphere that allows the nights to be warm. Because without the heat of the sun, the nights would be below freezing, whereas the sun would make the temperature on the Earth above boiling.
exactly. So
So you would both either freeze or die or burn to death.
Pretty
So why should we have only one? Let's have both.
Basically.
Another thing that I find interesting is the fact that they're this close to getting immortality done. They're this close.
I haven't seen anything
So
regarding that.
So the first.
I do know that on Big Bang Theory they mentioned how the jellyfish is immortal because it reverts to something. It reverts to an asexual self and then grows up again or something.
I don't know.
I don't even know if
that's
that. I don't
true.
even know if that's true because a lot of the things that Big Bang Theory mentions would be
Yeah,
is completely off. The
Martian
mark.
is exactly correct. The movie Martian, they did exactly correct. As for everything else, not some. Everything else on TV, I don't really trust because it's an entertainer that's saying it, not an actual science guy.
Well, that's unfortunate.
They don't have actual science people sitting on
The set.
on the script going, this
No.
is correct, this is correct, this is correct. Not really.
So pretty much, you can't trust what TV says. But as for what I was saying, is that they're trying to get to the point. Like right now they're growing artificial organs right now. Okay, they're able to grow artificial organs.
Yay, Rainbow.
And then since they're able to grow artificial organs, they can make it whatever age you want it. So if your heart's starting to get to that age where it's starting to tweak out, lose cell structure and all that different types of stuff, they're able to grow your heart, implant it in. That's it. They're saying that your brain is still going to be there. It's still going to degenerate slowly, but the rest of your body you can replace.
Your brain, the brain, there's no replacing
There's
that.
no replacing that.
So they're just like, yeah, if we can pretty much replace all your organs, just like one at a time, you'll eventually have a younger body.
And then if you don't keep your payments, then the repo man will come and slice you up.
Pretty much. Yes.
For anybody of you who know that reference.
Which is an awesome movie.
It's
by
a
the
great
way.
movie.
Movie.
That was such a good movie.
I love Brave Robber. He's an amazing. He did really great
Ray
on that.
Robert wrote the
He does-
music.
Oh, he did. Oh,
He
well,
was
then, no
he-
wonder.
Yeah, he wrote the music for it. He was the music director for the show.
And what did you say about Paris Hilton?
She can actually act. It gave her something to actually act.
And yeah,
Really? I don't think she can act.
She can't act, but
Maybe the director actually persuaded her a little bit more to do better.
Mhm.
Maybe that was the case.
that's
kind
what
of
it
like
was.
a prod in the right direction type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
And
exactly.
she wasn't the lead.
And yeah.
That's
That's
also
good.
what it is.
That
She
probably
probably
helped.
she
That's-
wasn't the lead. She could do something that she was familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
Being doped up on drugs and kind of paying for herself.
Let's see.
And-
She's been in 3 movies? That movie, House of Wax, and let's see, House of Wax, and I can't remember. It's like a not Zoolander. It's like a National Lampoon movie. I can't remember, but yeah, they had her.
Big ball of fluff.
Big ball of fat. Look at that thing. Mm. It's got a jelly belly.
It's just a
Does it have
round.
milkshake?
No.
Hey, you know what? The only reason that Paris Hilton and what's her name, the one that Kim Kardashian
Uh-huh.
are even popular is because they had sex tapes.
Yep.
That's the only reason. That's the only reason they got anywhere in life.
Oh, and the Kardashians are one of the 5 most wealthiest people.
Mm-hmm. Why? Because of her. He was just a lawyer to O.J. Simpson. That's literally what the Kardashian was. He
Yep.
was a lawyer to O.J. Simpson. Got a lot of money.
Got a
but,
big giant payout.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. I mean, I
Got
don't
a
know
giant
whether-
payout from the OJ case, and
Mm-hmm. And then pretty much like they were living off of that.
and then yeah.
For those of you who can't see, because the camera doesn't include it, the cat was slapping his tail on the computer,
Mm-hmm. Making a whole lot of noise.
making a potential for who knows what kind of
Shenanigans.
shenanigans. Sure, let's go with that word. But anyways,
But yeah, it was the sex tape. Pretty much the sex tape. And it's just like, okay, so you you were pretty much already rich, pretty well off, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I would say pretty well off. And then she starts dating, I can't remember what his name was. It was a famous rapper. Sex tape came out, and that's when it went from 0 to...
Yeah. And she's been writing it ever since, apparently.
Well, and there.
I love how they cry about it, too. Just like, I didn't want it to come out. I really didn't. It was so, like, I was so young and naive. Yeah, if it was the greatest mistake of your life, it's been the greatest blessing of your freaking life.
Otherwise, nobody would know who you are. Well, and the whole show, like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I mean, it came out. They've got the show now. Like,
her product line was because of her actually having sex with somebody else. I mean,
basically,
it all boils down to that
multiple-
one moment.
there's multiple product lines. There's multiple fashion lines.
Mm-hmm.
And everything. So.
Ball of fluff. Ball of
Watch out.
fat.
Like, pull him over by his paws. I know you'd hate it, but I'd still do it.
And Paris Hilton's always sitting there just like, no, don't.
It's like, don't remember that. That's not what.
Don't remember the horrible about me because I'm a loving person.
Well, then stop mentioning it.
Frick, if I actually was in that position, I'd be like, yeah, the biggest reason I'm rich is because of that thing. I would admit it.
I don't know.
Who cares?
It's like, yes, I have all this money because of that one thing.
I don't want
No.
people.
Not the greatest thing to get all that money, but still,
I have all the money.
I got all the money.
And in the end, it's what you do with the money that really matters, if you ask me.
This is kind of true.
Because, I mean, you can blow it on a giant mansion and 10,000 servant boys or whatever. Or you could, like, just, like what J.K. Rowling did. She was a billionaire, but she lost her billionaire status because she gave up so much of her money to charities.
Yeah.
Was it millionaire or billionaire?
Probably millionaire.
Probably million.
Yeah, probably.
Shit.
If not billion.
If
Honest, to be completely honest, between Harry Potter World and all the books and all the franchise and everything that gets sold every year with that
and
stuff.
then all the royalties she
and
gets.
all the royalties she's getting. And with the monster movie coming out at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
That woman will never have to write another book or do another thing in her life ever again.
So if she wants to write another phenomenal book, I wouldn't say no to it.
Speaking of which, Alan Rickman.
Oh, you had to bring it up.
Alan, oh yeah, he died.
Rickman died.
That's right. That was very.
It was very sudden and stuff. And
I got on Facebook one day and I'm just like,
the morning.
I actually saw your post first and I was like, wait, he's dead?
Yes.
I was like, hopefully it's a prank, and then I scroll down, Alan Rickman's dead. Alan Rickman dead.
Alan Rickman dead.
No!
That was kind of like Spock dying with me. I'm just like, no.
Well, and the thing is, like, no. And then there was the post with Emma Thompson, like her words and stuff. The stuff with like from Emma Thompson.
What was that?
No,
I
Emma
didn't
Thompson.
care to look at it.
Emma
Hermione.
Thompson.
No, Emma Watson, the Hermione Granger.
No, his wife.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Emma Thompson.
What'd she say?
She was the one who was she was the one who watched him die. She was at the hospital or wherever they were. Just her final words, of how hard it is to remember him and how much he made everybody laugh and all the good things and, how everybody's going to miss him so much.
Oh, okay.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it was that where it's like, yeah, they're not making it up.
And
well, like the same thing with like David Bowie. I had a friend who she checked like all over the internet, like 10 different pages before she's like, no.
I wonder what the original cast said about that, because like when what's his name died.
The original Gandalf, not Gandalf.
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore, the Harry Potter, all them. Oh gosh, I can't remember their names.
Daniel Radcliffe,
Daniel Radcliffe,
Grant, and
Grant.
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson.
Rupert Grant.
Okay.
So. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a good day.
We're trying to be
But-
silent.
No, you're fine.
Thank you.
Guys
Peanut
are
gallery is
good.
always awesome.
Anyways.
So
There was-
yeah, I wonder what they said about it because what's his name? Not Owen Wilson. Oh gosh, the guy who died off of Fast and Furious.
Oh yeah.
Him.
Yeah, well, Vin Diesel pretty much just said, he was my bro. He was there for me all the time,
Mhm.
and
Well, you work on a show with people and you do become a family.
Mhm.
Very
Like,
close knit family.
Especially how much time you invest in the movies or the show or that you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no surprise to me that
they were. I mean, they did 6 movies.
Yeah.
Well, 5
Eight,
actually.
Five.
No,
Five.
no, 7's the latest one. They technically did 6 because 1 was Tokyo, and
Oh,
we
sorry.
never saw that.
Sorry,
time.
I was on Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, the original cast, they sit there and they grow up with each other, especially the Harry Potter one.
Oh, the Harry Potter one? Oh,
Yeah, which is what I was getting at. It's no surprise after 8 movies, and those kids being kids from the very first, that when it's over, they're gonna cry. I mean, that was clearly 10 years of your life. It's no surprise whatsoever that you would feel something when any of the cast members pass away,
yeah, especially,
or when the work is done.
Well, especially if you look at like the kid cast for Harry Potter, like half their life literally was
Harry Potter.
Was Harry Potter
Was
and
living in that world.
And I mean, Alan Rickman.
And they actually went through with it. Like most child stars, they don't go through with it.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen like any child star continue a series like they did.
Mm-hmm.
There's only, if you look at the cast, there's only one character that didn't make it all the way through.
And that was Goyle?
Goyle, yeah, it was Goyle.
It's either Crab or Goyle.
Goyle.
It is Goyle?
It was Goyle who didn't make it through the entire movie. The last 2 movies, they replaced the guy with somebody else.
Well, technically, they just... in the books, it's always been Malfoy, Crabbe, and Goyle. But in the movies, technically, they took out Goyle then and put in Zabini Blaze, which is another character from the books.
Yeah, well, no, Goyle was in the last 2 or 3... No, the last 3 movies. But it was a different it was a different actor.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Black guy.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought they mentioned him as Zabini Blaze.
No.
No.
Or something.
That was somebody else.
Maybe.
But
I don't
no,
know.
Goyle was there. Crabbe and Goyle, like, they didn't really have much past 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they had bigger parts. In the movies, they had bigger parts, 1, 2, and 3. But, like, after that, they were just more...
Background.
They literally became extras.
Yeah.
They were there, especially Crabbe. Crabbe was always there. Goyle ended up switching out at the last 3 movies, but yeah, other than also Dumbledore, the only reason they changed Dumbledore's is because the one actor died. But yeah.
That was that's totally understandable.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Oh yeah, that's more than. But yeah, like
a
show like this, it is amazing that they had the same actors every movie.
In practically every movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
minor.
Well, you also have to remember that they are British actors. They grow up with a different set of morals than we do.
That is true. That is.
Are you saying that their morals are better than ours, or ours are better than theirs?
Theirs are like 100. What morals do we have? Let's just put that in perspective. What morals does the U.S. have with their kids?
Let's see, we can't beat our kids anymore. That's one thing.
So we can't teach our kids anything.
Unless you're in Louisiana, you still can beat people with a rod that's no bigger than your thumb.
So pretty much, here, put out your finger. Bad boy. Did that even hurt? You. You asshole.
Asshole's right there.
Anyway.
But no, it's still a law. You can beat people, but the rod cannot be bigger than your thumb.
Okay, so
the thickness of your thumb. Sorry.
I gotta tell you a story about my dad. Okay.
Before we do that, I'm gonna bring up one more Harry Potter thing.
All right, go ahead.
So I saw this post on Facebook and I shared it. I was surprised you didn't see it. But maybe you did. I don't know. There was 2 pictures. There was four rows columns or whatever, and there was Harry Potter descriptions from in the book and in the movies, and then there was Hermione Granger and Ronald Weasley, and then there was actually Severus Snape. Book, Alan Rickman. Movie, Alan Rickman.
Basically.
As descriptions of how Snape is, and I'm like, yeah, that's actually very accurate.
Snape, I have to say, Snape, a lot of the professors, except for Flitwick, who, for some odd reason, got younger as the movies progressed. Don't ask me why.
Hermione got hotter.
Hermione grew up really nice.
And that's actually what it mentioned on the thing.
And it's really funny, because Daniel Radcliffe and Rupert Grint were just adorable as kids. And then you had Neville Longbottom with the buck teeth and the chubby cheeks, and then you look at him now, you're like, whew.
Yep.
Wait a second.
How did that happen?
Even Harry Potter, like he looked like an adorable little kid. He's actually grown into like one of the better sex symbols out there.
Yeah, I can.
Once it is true, because once he stepped out of the light of the Harry Potter world, he like matured like instantaneously and got his own look, because he had to keep the look for Harry Potter
for a long time.
For that long,
and he finally got his grizzly beard going.
He finally got that beard in. He was able to do whatever he wanted with his hair. He could be his own person finally.
Yeah.
Because his entire look was dictated by the movie series, and so.
Yep. What were you gonna say?
I can't even remember, so move on.
All right, so I gotta tell you a story, kind of like about children beating. Okay, my dad only whipped me one time, and of course I didn't say I was gonna call the cops on him. Yeah. He just sat there, whipped me in the bathroom of the church, just because I was being annoying or something.
Right.
So I sat there and I'm just like, okay, fine. Didn't really affect me, didn't really faze me. But my sister, oh my God, was she?
Freaked her out?
No, it wasn't the fact that it freaked her out. She was just the biggest rebel of all time. How can you deal with a person that's always sitting there saying, if you touch me, I'm going to call the cops? And so, yeah, that type of person, Okay. If you discipline me, I'm going to call the cops. If you do anything to me, I'm going to call the cops.
That's children now.
Yeah.
That's 90% of no, seriously, you do anything to like kids now, like you get in trouble, and it's ridiculous.
So my dad, he was one day, this is how my dad puts it. This is how and I'll tell you how my sister put it.
Right.
Okay. My dad was sitting there, and he
actually did it.
It can jump.
Asshole can jump.
It can jump.
He jumped on it. For you guys, real quick, sorry. I don't know why I'm talking to the computer. The fat ass just jumped up. Only like 2 feet, but still, that's impressive for that.
The cat's there.
And for some reason, it goes up to the very top and eats there. That's where it likes to eat. Yeah, okay. Exactly.
Anyway,
it can get up that high?
Yeah, it can get up that high.
That's funny. It's taller than I am.
Pretty much. And
yeah, well, not much taller than you.
It's just sitting there, just like barely getting up.
That's me climbing up the. Don't tell my bosses. But in the back warehouse, we have all the boxes. If I'm looking for stuff, I'm like ladder. See a ladder. Pizza.
There it is.
You go get it.
You guys keep talking.
We'll keep talking.
Okay. But yeah, if my bosses ever find out that I climb up that ladder, I climb up instead of using the ladder.
Oh, sweet.
Woo!
Cold Mountain Dew.
And cold air wafting along the floor.
Sorry, guys.
Whatever. But yeah. It's fun climbing up things, but yeah, that's the whole thing. You get settled and you go, huh, and then 1, 2, 3, lift, jump.
Yeah.
Because I kind of have to because of the height difference.
Thank you so much.
I'm trying not to mention it, even though it's so.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Oops, I took her pen.
Bring it here.
Just right. All right, I'm gonna grab some glasses really quick.
Okay.
Why not?
'Cause this
Yes, we have food. You guys can order your own.
Eat your own food.
We're not sharing.
Goddamn food.
Anyway. Oh.
Whatever.
I don't know.
But yeah.
So
Lucifer. No, wait, no, he's not Lucifer. Fat ass.
badass. You keep calling him Lucifer for some reason. I don't know
I
why.
started it.
For some reason, he's like a little bit of a Lucifer, sort of.
But-
I don't know.
A little bit of an evil cat.
Right.
All right.
But yeah.
Get your own goddamn pizza.
It
And
is-
we're not promoting Papa John's. We just wanted Papa John's.
Maybe we
But
should
no,
point
it
that
is,
out.
it is kind of sad that like we're not gonna get any more films from Alan Rickman or any more enjoyable things. I really want to just like print out the list of all the movies he did and literally watch them in chronological order.
Oh, that would be fun.
That'd be
I
great.
really loved him in Robin Hood.
Robin Hood
Kevin
is
Costner.
yes, that was my
Oh.
introduction to Alan Rickman.
Mine too, actually.
That was-
I didn't know his name at the time because I don't care for the actor names, but
Right. My introduction to Alan Rickman was the Kevin Costner Robin Hood, which is still one of my favorite movies
it
of
is
all
a
time.
flawless masterpiece. Great direction, great writing, great acting. Every single piece of it is phenomenal.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got Alan Rickman as the sheriff of Nottingham, and
How
like
he was
he
awesome.
was so buoyant. Like you look at some of his things when he was younger, like he is so buoyant and so like just do.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like him in Die Hard.
Whoopsie. Well, I don't know. I guess it could have been worse.
Well, you've got Love Actually, you've got Die
Yeah.
Hard.
Die
Die Hard was his first movie.
Die Hard was it, and
That's
he
right.
was the villain. He was the lead
He-
villain in his very first movie.
He is a great
How
villain
does that
actor.
happen?
He's a great villain actor. I mean, he had the ability to say his words with such precision.
It was his voice.
It was his voice.
And then he made Americans to sound like idiots.
Exactly.
Ah, you Americans.
Well, Americans are idiots. I know I'm an American.
Okay,
I'm
seriously,
admitting I'm an
watching,
idiot.
listening to him say, "Giddy up, motherfucker." That
whatever it
voice.
was.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
That's the one.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee-ki-yay. you
Listening to
motherfucker.
his voice
I want
saying
to
that,
I
you're
want to
just
try
like,
it. I want to try that. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Isn't that something
Welcome
like that?
to the party, pal.
basically.
I don't know.
That was,
Man, without Alan Rickman, this world just got. Without David. That's something I want to mention.
Just imagine if all of a sudden Bruce Willis died.
Oh. But
no, that's true. A lot of great actors, they're getting to that age
Yeah.
where they could kick it any time. Dude, Betty White's gonna outlive everybody. Let's just be real.
Oh my
Come on,
gosh,
we already know
she
Betty-
lives forever.
Betty White is
Betty
immortal.
White is gonna live till 120.
Oh gosh. But
She's America's grandma.
She really
She
is.
I love Betty White, and I loved her in Golden Girls. Golden Girls was a phenomenal show. But
She is a lady who has aged well.
yes, absolutely. And anyways, there was this post I saw that regarded it was a post on Facebook regarding a post on Twitter. Ironically, it was basically along the lines, why do we mourn the artists we never knew? And
Because they helped change our lives. Sorry.
well, actually, the tweet said it's because they helped us understand who we are, or more to that effect.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really agree with that, because it's not so much that we know them as personal friends. It's that
God damn it!
it's that through watching them we understand who we are in a way, because we relate to what they're doing. We know who we are because of who they are in the movies.
Right.
I mean,
Well, in the movies, in the songs, you know, why do we mourn artists that we've never met? It's because they help us explain ourselves in a way. They were able to come up with the visual or the thing to explain things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, speaking of which,
I still need to tell my story.
That's right.
okay,
We
finish your story about your sister freaking out about you getting beat.
about her getting beat.
Her getting beat.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, anyways,
He took it. his sister said that if the dad beat her, she'd call the cops. Correct?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So anyways, one day they were having an argument.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad was sick of the argument, and he says, go upstairs. And she says, no, I will not. Grabs her by the arm
Drags her upstairs.
and tries leading her upstairs. Go upstairs. Well, we have slippery wood floors.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So she went on the first step, slipped, and hit my dad's legs, and fell right on top of her.
Oh.
So that's how my dad put it. Okay?
Mhm.
So that's exactly how he put it. And as soon as it
She was being defiant. She basically
got,
kicked his feet from under him.
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden she's just like, help, help, I'm being hit by my dad. The way she puts it now is that she was dragged upstairs, and then she fell over, and my dad sat there and slammed on top of her. Really? My dad's super, super nice. He wouldn't do shit like that.
Mhm.
People.
So,
People.
anyways, she's just like, I'm calling the cops right now. And he's just like, fine, call the cops. In fact, I'll call them for you. And so he calls up the cops and says, hey, I've been told from several different people that I'm unable to discipline my children properly, such as giving them spankings, etc.
Mhm.
Is that true?
Some parents don't want to. Some parents don't want to do it.
Is that true? And it's just like, well, it depends on whether the child will try and press charges or not. This was back the day in 1990s.
When it was, it's
Almost-
like if you weren't getting if you never received the belt to the butt,
Mm-hmm.
you never got punished.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it was just like, nope, get out of here. Come on, you're not getting any pizza. So, anyways, he says, how am I supposed to discipline my kids? You know what the cop said? Bring him over here. We'll take care of him. So,
That cop got a
Did she
major
lock
100 points.
Did they lock her in a cell overnight?
mm-mm.
Even better.
So, he takes she's sitting there just all cocky and shit, just saying all this different types of stuff. I'm going to sue you and I'm going to live on my own. Blah, 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 blah.
How old is she?
She's like 16 at this point.
Oh.
Total 16-year-old.
Is she older or younger than you
Older than
at
me.
this point?
Mhm.
Never mind.
So,
Your older sister.
Yeah.
so anyways, she's being all cocky, and then all of a sudden, he takes her in. And then the cop just kind of looks and sees how defiant she is. And he says, all right, so your dad obviously didn't do anything wrong. Okay?
Okay.
And she's just like, that's baloney. He hit me. He did this. He did that. And...
Oh well. Nice and flavorful.
Mm,
It's all your fault, asshole.
yeah, nice job, asshole. So...
Yeah, Len Cat.
I just said asshole. I didn't assume that it was the cat.
So we are talking about yourself.
Okay, yes. Anyways.
So, anyways, the cop says, okay, here's the deal. Your dad is actually doing parental guidance. And if you're being defiant, that's actually being defiant against your parents, which is considered a crime now.
Yeah, it is.
Being defiant against your parents is considered a crime. Do you hear that? Being defiant against your parents is considered a crime.
Probably when you're under the age of 18, though.
Go.
Yes, you have to be under the age of 18. Hey, he
Stuff him
fits
under the couch.
He fits too.
Anyways.
So, he's just like, because you're being so rebellious against your parents, I can put you inside of a juvenile delinquent center for up to 3 weeks.
Nice.
So my dad's just like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah, all we have to do is just get one parent to state that the child is being defiant. That's all the proof we need. And she sat there and she's just like, no, don't put me terrible things to me. This would be.
That's 45 minutes.
We're almost done. Okay.
Oh.
So,
Not with the pizza, but with talking.
alright. So,
Picnic with the nerds. That's what this is. This is literally just nothing more than picnic with the nerds.
I love it.
pretty much, I like this.
I like this. This is
I like this
fun.
idea. This is kind of like what we did with sushi.
Exactly.
Except for Grant sat on the sushi.
Oh,
my
Grant
gosh.
sat on the sushi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Okay. So finish your story and then we'll go into what we were
What was
saying.
that?
So she sat there and she's just like, oh my gosh, please don't send me in. They would do such terrible things to me. They.
They.
Pretty much just stating,
The obvious.
the obvious. And so he's just like, all right, from this point on, if you're not actually sitting there doing what I say, I will bring you down here. And it worked.
Oh, that's nice. I like him.
It worked.
That's
Probably worked like a charm, I would assume.
Because like certain rebellious kids.
That's what needs to happen with my little sister. We just need to take her down to the police station, threaten to throw her in juvenile detention, and
Give her a good scare.
she won't wake up at 7:30 in the morning having a screaming fit with my parents.
Oh really?
That is I don't know how many times I've woken up to screaming at like 7:30 one time it was 6:30 in the morning and I'm like, I just went to bed.
Yeah,
That sucks.
it's crazy because like when your parents are trying to discipline and the child is not doing anything, and you can't stop it.
That doesn't work.
Yeah.
You could probably slap him all you want, but it does not work.
So like, what do you do as a parent? What do you do to actually sit there and say, hey, quit being such a brat and actually do something? How do you do that? Well, that's one option that you've got. Take them to juvenile. And
The cops.
Mm-hmm.
Take him to the cops and say, throw this kid in the jail. They're being defiant.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll take him. And they'll be screaming, saying, no, don't let me take him. And it's like, all right, but you can't do this anymore. Well, shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, they may go kicking and screaming, but they won't go kicking and screaming anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Once they're underneath the cops' protection, it's just like literally they're just like, that's it, it's over. That's what juvenile delinquent is for. It's not for like the felony people or anything like that. It's for defiant children. And so that was back in 1990 when they started it.
Yeah.
Like when they started doing that program. So I have to get more up to date with the details, but that's at least what my dad told me. And I do believe him more than I believe my sister because my sister is a pathological liar.
Well, yeah, juvenile, the juvie center, that's exactly what it is. It's for kids who do not listen to their parents or the law.
Pretty much inexchangeable. Right around there.
It's kind of the same thing.
Now, I was a pretty good kid, Every once in a while, I would go out an egg and do toilet papering, whatever, like a normal kid. But for the most part, I did what my mom and dad said, all right? Problem with my sister is that she refused to do anything that they said. It was literally like my dad talking and her saying, shut up, no. And it's just like,
Wow.
I just want you to eat, man.
I couldn't take that kind of mouth on any of my kids.
I'm surprised my dad had so much patience. Like,
That she wasn't black and blue?
That
seriously.
she didn't go to the juvenile center?
I saw her so many times be so defiant, it's pathetic. And my dad's just sitting there just be like, oh, that's just a phase, My mom...
Did you have something to say before we wrapped up?
Yep. You got one last thing to say.
Alan Rickman?
Alan Rickman, what was it?
Harry Potter, maybe? No.
Actually, there's one thing I want to say.
Of course there is.
Lottery winner.
What?
Who's a lottery winner?
3 lottery winners. Did you see it?
No.
Did you hear about it?
No.
The lottery was at $1.5 billion.
What?
Wow.
What?
You guys didn't hear about this. This is awesome.
I don't pay attention.
I don't
to
pay
it.
attention to it.
Yes. I love this.
Okay.
So, the lottery last week was at $1 billion. There were so many tickets sold that it turned into $1.5 billion. There were 3 winners inside all of the United States. I believe one was definitely in California, the other one was in Texas, and I can't remember where the last one was.
Don't be a snob. Eat it.
It's gonna eat it.
Yeah.
Anyways, so there was a new picture that came out,
Mhm.
and it has him with this gorgeous blonde bimbo, fat, ugly, peerless,
Yeah.
with this gorgeous bimbo. It
Yeah.
says, won $1.5 billion and the love of his life. Not saying she's a gold digger, but
Most likely she is.
she's a gold digger.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
I wouldn't say that she's a gold digger. I'm just saying that she wouldn't mind murdering you in your sleep to get all your money. But yeah.
she would have a clear conscience by that time.
Anyways.
So yeah, I thought it was really hilarious. I was gonna grab a lottery ticket too, just a $2 one, just to see.
Mhm.
I was just like, why not? But we're in fucking Utah.
Yep.
You have to drive all the way out. You have to drive just outside the border. Any gas station just on the other side of the border of Utah, you can get a lottery ticket.
They probably stay in business because of all the Utahns getting the lottery.
Yep.
Pretty much. So I was sitting there just like, I was planning on just taking a trip. You know, I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it this week. I was planning on doing it next week on like a Friday. And I was just going to go, might as well go and grab some fireworks and a couple of lottery tickets, you know?
Right.
That's it.
You might
If I-
win something.
Yeah, who knows? I really didn't care if I won or not. I just wanted to say I played.
Mhm.
And if by some chance I did win, I'd be like,
Oh yeah.
so
That's right. That's how it works.
I would give each of my friends $1 million, and it'd only go up to 50 mil. Make sure only to give the cat chicken, no breads.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gave him.
I wouldn't give her bread. I know what cats like.
But this is what happens when you don't have too much.
Maybe you shouldn't eat any more chicken.
No chicken for you.
You are chicken. There's enough meat on there.
I see
Anyways.
I see an Asian just eyeballing that. Hey!
Hey!
Anyways.
Plump on there. But,
All right, nerds. We've had fun. Like, subscribe, troll, and I'll troll you back.
He's the troller.
He's the troll.
He's the troll under our bridge.
He'll.
We should call you troll.
I wish you guys called me troll, but I'm Maya.
Maya. Maya.
Maya.
Yeah.
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 Stop the sovereign. I'm Carrot Top.
Dragon.
All
An
right.
asshole.
And asshole, yeah, of course. He's gonna be our
That's gonna
newest
be-
member.
That's going to be the total asshole.
Yeah, okay. Take care.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.